In this video, we'll explore powerful life lessons passed down by the older generation, wisdom that has stood the test of time. We'll uncover why patience is the ultimate key to peace, how meaningful relationships outshine superficial ones, and why adaptability is crucial for growth. You'll also learn why it's important to let go of minor issues, forgive others, live in the moment, and prioritize your health. These timeless lessons will transform the way you live and help you become a better version of yourself. Stay tuned. The value of relationships. Quality over quantity. As we just discussed the power of patience, it's time to dive into another crucial lesson, the value of relationships. You might be surprised to hear this, but when older generations look back on their lives, what they cherish the most are the meaningful connections they've built, not the number of friends or acquaintances they had. The truth is, in today's fast-paced world, we're often pressured to build a large social network. More followers, more likes, more connections. But what we often overlook is that true happiness and fulfillment come not from the quantity of our relationships but from the quality. Old-timers know this better than anyone. They have seen it all. People who filled their lives with dozens of superficial relationships but still felt alone, and others who kept a tight-knit circle of loved ones who stood by them through thick and thin. Why is quality so much more important than quantity? Well, it's simple. Genuine relationships are built on trust, empathy, and shared values, not just common interests or convenience. People who genuinely care about you will support you during tough times and celebrate with you during good times. A few loyal friends or family members who truly know and understand you will provide more happiness than a crowd of people who barely know your name. Older generations often emphasize the importance of investing time and energy into the people who matter most. They know that it's not about being surrounded by many people, but about fostering deep, meaningful connections with those who bring out the best in you. This shift in perspective can be life-changing. You stop worrying about impressing everyone and start focusing on the people who genuinely lift you up. Furthermore, as we get older, we start realizing that the time and energy we once spent chasing superficial relationships could have been better spent on those who truly mattered. In fact, many elderly people advise that we should seek to surround ourselves with individuals who inspire growth, trust, and positivity. Relationships that make us better versions of ourselves. This isn't just about people, though. It's about being present. Older generations are known for having time for the people they care about, making memories, and simply enjoying each other's company without distractions. Imagine how powerful it could be to stop scrolling on your phone and just enjoy a deep, unhurried conversation with someone you care about. The true value of relationships lies in the moments we share with the ones who make our lives richer. So, the next time you're out there hustling to expand your social circle, take a moment to reflect on the relationships that truly matter. Focus on building those, nurturing them, and appreciating the people who offer you their genuine support and love. In the end, it's those real connections that will stand the test of time and leave you with a heart full of gratitude and happiness. Embrace change. Adaptability is key to survival. Now that we've explored the importance of building meaningful relationships, let's talk about another life lesson that often comes up in the wisdom shared by older generations: adaptability. While our relationships are crucial, the ability to embrace change is the secret to thriving in life. Older generations have seen it all: the rapid shifts in society, technology, and personal circumstances, and they've learned the hard way that resisting change only leads to frustration and stagnation. Change is inevitable. The world around us is constantly evolving, and it's easy to get comfortable in the status quo. But when you resist change, you close yourself off to new opportunities and growth. The elderly often tell stories of times when they fought against change, only to later realize how much better their lives became once they embraced it. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal life, adaptability is essential for survival and success. One of the most profound pieces of advice older generations share is to stop clinging to the past. We've all heard the saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. But what if you could do something different? What if you could look at a change in direction not as a setback but as a fresh start? Older people who have weathered decades of change know that resisting it only leads to missed opportunities. From changes in the job market to societal shifts and even personal transformations, they've learned that adaptability is the key to staying relevant and finding new paths to happiness. Whether it's learning new skills, adapting to modern technology, or simply shifting your perspective on life, adaptability helps you grow rather than staying stuck in a world that's moving forward with or without you. Think about the times in your life when you faced something unfamiliar or unexpected. Perhaps you were hesitant at first, unsure of how to handle the change. But over time, you probably realized that adapting brought new opportunities and experiences you would have otherwise missed. When you welcome change with open arms, you allow yourself to evolve and become a more resilient person. Another reason adaptability is so important is that it helps you manage stress and uncertainty. Life isn't always predictable, and challenges will arise that are beyond your control. But those who embrace change, instead of fighting against it, often find themselves navigating through tough times with grace and ease. They focus on what they can control, how they respond, and remain open to the possibility that change might be exactly what they need. So, as you go through life, remember that the ability to adapt is one of your greatest assets. Instead of fearing change, see it as an opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to become a stronger version of yourself. The world is constantly changing, and those who can keep up will thrive. Let the wisdom of older generations guide you. Embrace change, and let it lead you to new heights. Let go of the small stuff. Don't sweat the small things. As we just explored how adaptability is key to survival, it's important to understand that not every small setback or inconvenience needs to derail your peace of mind. In fact, one of the most powerful lessons older generations share is the importance of letting go of the small stuff. Life is full of tiny annoyances, and the more you dwell on them, the more they steal your energy and happiness. But when you learn to let go, you open the door to a calmer, more fulfilling life. Older people often reflect on how they once stressed about things that, in hindsight, didn't matter much at all. They were frustrated by the little imperfections, the everyday challenges that seemed overwhelming at the time. But with age comes the wisdom of knowing that stressing over the small stuff only distracts you from the bigger picture. Life is far too precious to waste on minor inconveniences. Why do we often get caught up in the small stuff? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like every little mistake, criticism, or problem is a huge deal. We put unnecessary pressure on ourselves, thinking that everything needs to be perfect or that every small challenge requires our attention. But when you take a step back, you realize that many of these things will be irrelevant in the long run. Older generations know that focusing on the small stuff robs you of your mental energy and prevents you from appreciating life's true joys. They've learned that peace comes from letting go of the constant need to control everything. Whether it's a traffic jam, a minor disagreement, or a spilled drink, they understand that these little things are temporary and often out of your control. By accepting that life will always have its imperfections, they've found a sense of inner peace that can't be easily shaken. Moreover, letting go of the small stuff allows you to focus on what truly matters. It frees up space in your mind to invest in the things that bring you true joy and satisfaction. Your relationships, your passions, your health, and your personal growth. The elderly often tell stories of how they used to hold on to grudges or worry about things that ultimately didn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. Over time, they've learned to release these worries, finding peace in letting go of what no longer serves them. The best part? Letting go doesn't mean ignoring problems or avoiding responsibility. It means not allowing small setbacks or obstacles to consume your thoughts. Instead of reacting with frustration, older generations have learned to pause, reflect, and choose their responses wisely. They don't let minor issues drain their joy or derail their progress. So, take a page from the wisdom of the elderly and stop sweating the small stuff. Learn to let go of the things that don't deserve your time or energy. When you do, you'll discover a newfound sense of freedom, peace, and happiness. Focus on the bigger picture, and let the little things roll off your back. Life is too short to get bogged down by the minor inconveniences that are, in the end, just that, minor. Live in the present. Enjoy the now, not just the future. As we just learned how letting go of the small stuff can bring more peace into your life, it's important to understand the value of living fully in the present moment. Too often, we get so caught up in the past or worried about the future that we miss the beauty of now. The elderly, with their wealth of experience, have mastered the art of living in the moment, and it's one of the most important life lessons they share. Think about how often we find ourselves dwelling on past mistakes or stressing about what might happen tomorrow. It's easy to get lost in what-ifs and should-haves, but in doing so, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to experience the life that's right in front of us. Older generations are the first to remind us that life isn't a series of moments waiting to happen. It's happening right now. They've learned that true happiness doesn't lie in what's coming or what's already past. It lies in the present moment. Living in the present allows us to truly appreciate what we have. Have you ever heard someone say, "Stop and smell the roses"? It's a simple metaphor, but it holds incredible power. By slowing down and being present, you open your eyes to the small joys and blessings that often go unnoticed. Whether it's enjoying a conversation with a loved one, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, or savoring a simple meal, these moments make life worth living. The elderly often share how they once spent too much time worrying about the future, only to realize later that those worries were mostly unfounded. They could have spent that energy enjoying the present, and now they encourage younger generations to do the same. When you live in the moment, you stop waiting for the perfect time to start living and begin to find joy in what's happening now. It's about appreciating the everyday experiences that make life meaningful. Another powerful lesson older generations teach us is the importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being aware of your thoughts and feelings in the present, without judgment. It's about truly engaging with life instead of rushing through it. When you practice mindfulness, you become more connected to yourself and the world around you. You stop reacting impulsively and start responding with intention. The elderly often tell stories of how they wish they'd spent more time being present with their loved ones, especially as time passes so quickly. The time you have with people and experiences is precious. Don't let it slip away. So, as you move forward in life, remember this lesson. Don't wait for a better time or a better day. Make today count. The future will take care of itself when you embrace the present. Life is short, and if you're always focused on what's next, you might miss out on the simple pleasures that truly matter. Learn to appreciate the now, and you'll find a deeper sense of contentment and fulfillment. Whether it's taking a few moments to breathe, being fully present with those around you, or simply enjoying the small moments, living in the present is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Gratitude. The secret to true happiness, building on the idea of living in the present. Another invaluable lesson the elderly share is the power of gratitude. If you've ever spoken to someone with years of life experience, you've likely heard them talk about the importance of appreciating what you have, no matter how big or small. It's a simple yet profound practice, and one that can completely transform your mindset and overall happiness. The elderly often reflect on the times they spent complaining about things they didn't have, and how those moments were fleeting and unimportant in the grand scheme of life. What they've come to realize is that true happiness doesn't come from acquiring more material possessions or reaching the next milestone. It comes from being thankful for what you already have. Gratitude is a mindset that shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. When you wake up each day and take a moment to express gratitude, you start to see the world differently. You begin to notice the little things that you might have previously overlooked. Whether it's the roof over your head, a loving family, good health, or even the simple pleasures like a warm cup of coffee in the morning, practicing gratitude helps you realize how much you have to be thankful for. Older generations are often quick to emphasize how easy it is to take the good things in life for granted. It's so easy to focus on what's going wrong or what you still want to achieve, but they've learned that this mindset only leads to dissatisfaction. By practicing gratitude, You shift your focus to the positive aspects of your life, which, in turn, leads to greater contentment. The more you appreciate, the more you attract. Gratitude has a ripple effect, improving your relationships, mental well-being, and overall perspective. What's truly remarkable about gratitude is that it doesn't require grand gestures. It's about the simple, everyday things. Perhaps it's your health, a kind gesture from a friend, or a moment of stillness in nature. By acknowledging these moments of grace, you build a foundation of happiness that can withstand the inevitable ups and downs of life. Gratitude teaches you to be present, to appreciate the now, and to be thankful for what you have, rather than focusing on what's missing. The elderly often speak about how, over time, they've learned to appreciate the small things more and more. They've realized that happiness isn't a destination, it's a state of mind. And by cultivating gratitude, they've learned to enjoy the journey, no matter where it leads. Whether you're facing hardships or enjoying moments of triumph, gratitude is a powerful tool that shifts your outlook and helps you make the most of life. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can be a game changer. Start small. Maybe jot down 3 things you're grateful for each day, or take a moment each morning to reflect on the blessings in your life. Over time, you'll notice a shift in your attitude, as well as an increased sense of peace and satisfaction. Gratitude is the key to unlocking a deeper, more meaningful experience of life, and it's a lesson we can all benefit from embracing. Embrace change. Adaptability is key to living a full life. As we wrap up the lesson on gratitude, there's another powerful lesson from the elderly that ties perfectly into living a fulfilled life: embracing change. The elderly, who have seen decades of change, understand better than anyone that life is not static. It's a constantly evolving journey, and the key to staying happy and fulfilled is learning to adapt. Too often, we resist change out of fear or uncertainty. We become comfortable in our routines and are hesitant to step outside our comfort zones. However, those who have lived longer have learned that change is inevitable, and even necessary for growth. They've weathered the storms of life, from shifts in technology to changes in relationships and life circumstances, and they've come to realize that embracing change is essential to staying relevant, engaged, and at peace. The beauty of life lies in its unpredictability. We might not know what tomorrow holds, but we do have the power to choose how we respond to it. Rather than resisting change, the elderly encourage us to welcome it, knowing that each new experience is an opportunity for personal growth and transformation. They've witnessed the struggles of trying to hold on to the past and have come to understand that letting go is the key to moving forward. Embracing change allows us to expand our horizons, learn new things, and meet new people. Life becomes richer when we open ourselves to the possibility of change. It could be something small, like picking up a new hobby, or something larger, like switching careers or relocating to a new city. The elderly understand that the more we resist change, the more we limit our potential for growth. Additionally, embracing change means learning to adapt to unexpected challenges. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the ability to adapt is a trait that separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. Older generations have faced countless challenges, from personal losses to economic downturns, yet they've learned how to bounce back, adapt, and thrive. They know that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. One of the most empowering aspects of embracing change is the sense of control it gives you. It's easy to feel powerless in the face of uncertainty, but by choosing to be adaptable, you take charge of your own narrative. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and become an active participant in shaping your future. The elderly teach us that life's twists and turns are not obstacles, they're opportunities for reinvention. As you journey through life, remember that change isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace with open arms. Whether it's a new chapter in your career, a shift in relationships, or the inevitable changes that come with age, adaptability will help you navigate these transitions with grace and confidence. The key is to stay flexible, remain open to new possibilities, and trust that change will lead you exactly where you need to go. In the end, the elderly's advice is clear. Life is too short to fear change. Embrace it, grow from it, and allow it to shape you into the best version of yourself. Adaptability is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Engageable call to action. If this video has inspired or touched you in any way, don't forget to show us some love by hitting that like button. It helps more than you know. Sparkling Heart, we want to hear from you, so drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about these life-changing lessons. What's one lesson you've learned from older generations that changed your life? Sparkles, and hey, if you're enjoying this kind of life wisdom, you'll love our other videos. Subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss an update. There's so much more where this came from. Trust us, you don't want to miss out. Raising hands, keep growing, keep learning, and let's continue this journey together.